YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you taking the time to click on the video today. If you haven't already or you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also, post down in the comment, how do you think we fare in the MAC next year? We get to move up. We are in the Conference USA Championship, so we get to get promoted regardless of what happens. We are the 14th ranked team in the nation right now. I haven't checked to see if we're the highest rated non-Power 5 because I wanted us to get surprised together or be disappointed together as we're 12-1, 10-1 in the Conference USA. I'm assuming that one loss is going to cost us a college football playoff bid, but we are going to see together here as we advance the week. And here is the news. We do not make the college football playoff. We get to play USF in the Bahamas Bowl. We'll quickly look here as we look into the college football playoff. 1, 2, 3. UAB gets the 4 spot over North Carolina, who I guess would not have won their conference championship. We can take a look at that here in a second. The 5th seed obviously got bumped down. The 7th seed, because of the 8th seed, gets bumped up 1. So everything else looks pretty, to the point. Now, I don't know if the game updated to the new rule moving forward, because now it is ranked 1 through 12, and stuff like that. So I don't know if that got put into it or not. No, it didn't, because the 4th team would be getting the bye then. So it didn't. Okay, never mind. Forget me. So we are going to hop in here and play USF in the Bahamas Bowl. Defense comes out on the back foot here in the Bahamas Bowl. Maybe a little bit of a disappointment of not getting into the college football playoff, playing a little bit in the heads of the players, but we got to buck up. We missed out. We got to make the most of our opportunities. Just last year, we were in the Independents. 2 years ago, we were the worst team in college football, and we were now finishing the season ranked 14th in the country. We gotta just buck up and we gotta play ball. As we give up a first down, that's a tough one to swallow. We had 2 guys there to make a play. Neither one did it in time. They're gonna throw out a little bubble. We're gonna track him down. It's gonna bring up 2nd and goal. We're playing a lot of man coverage right now, which typically doesn't bode well for us. But because we are, because they're running the ball a lot, it's actually working to our advantage a little bit. We're going to go sit in the zone here on 3rd and goal. Let's see if we can keep them from getting into the end zone and forcing them to kick a field goal, or we get an interception. Can we not run the ball out of the end zone, please? What the heck? They need to fix that in 26. They need to fix it. But defense bends and then makes a huge play to get the turnover in the end zone, and we get the ball going down. Now we are in the red zone. We're on the 18-yard line. We're going to come out. We're going to run the trusted triple option. We're going to pitch it. It's going to be a fumble. We're going to kick it backwards instead of picking it up. And that trusted triple option is going to cost us the first points of the game. That is the first fumble on an option we've had, I think, all year, if not all series. And that is going to be hard to come back from. But our defense is doing a job. They did not give up any points. We are now with it just about under 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Dunlap needed. We made the field goal. There's 2 people open. We need to throw it. Why are we trying to scramble at that point in time? His legs have been a huge part of our success here late in the year, but we need to throw the ball. He has 95 arm strength. Field goes up and it is good. I accidentally skipped that. We give up a touchdown. And we are struggling here. 14-3. They are in position where they're going to score some more points. We need another mistake from their quarterback here to keep us in this game here early. Can we get to him? We do. That is going to make it a super long field goal. We'll see if they can put it in. They missed the field goal. We get to take the 2-minute drill here. See if Thomas can win this out here on the slot. He should. He's going to run away. What a absolute ball. Touchdown. Owls. And here the offense comes. The defense gets yet another stop. We are going to come back out here. Dunlap now on fire here after that absolute perfect throw. We're going to step up. Didn't feel comfortable to either tight end. We are going to come just short of that first down. It's going to be 2nd and inches. Sash, he has a step, and he's going to bring it in. Dunlap with another bomb over the defense, and that is another touchdown for Kennesaw State to take the lead before half. Defense is doing an absolute job. We are going to come out yet again. Offense gets us in a position to add to the lead here before half, and that's exactly what we're going to do. It's going to be 20-14. What an absolute blistering showing by our offense in the last 2 minutes, and it seems like we've scored 2 more times here. 35-14. This is the team that should show up and be in the college football playoff. But if we would have started that slow against any other team, we would have been in trouble, and we get yet another interception. That time I wanted to run out because I didn't know if it was going to register us being outside of the end zone when we first intercepted it. So offense is going to have to do a good job of taking care of the football, and it looks like we did. No safety. We're able to get out of the depths of our end zone, and we are running the clock down as we have a huge run right after we pick up that first down. It seems like we are running all over this defense. Turpin, Ashley, the squad. He's going to find the end zone yet again. The Owls are pouring it on here in the Bahamas. What an absolute ruthless running attack that we've shown here in the second half. They do get a touchdown to make it 42-21. Take some time off the clock. Please just cover that. Oh my goodness. We get the onside kick. Offense, we're going to take over. And the reason why is because they have not been running the clock very well. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Although I still wanted the triple option. So we're going to run some of the clock down. We're going to look to score yet again. We're going to pitch it late. Realistically, oh my God, 13 for 150. Realistically, I didn't want Dunlap to take a shot. That's why we pitched it. Also, we should have been able to get a little bit more there with Turpin, but he came directly behind Dunlap for some reason. But anyway, we are in the driver's seat here. It's going to be the 2-minute timeout. 150 rushing yards for Turpin on 14 carries. This is going to be his 15th carry. And he's going to be short. We're going to let the clock run down, though, and then we're going to go ahead and go for it. Well, it's not going to let me. So I'll fast forward it so you don't have to sit here and watch 20 seconds roll off the clock. 4th and 1. We're going to pitch it to Turpin. He's going to turn up. He's going to get absolutely smacked. And they're going to come up with the stop. not a big deal there. Just hurts the red zone efficiency a little bit, but not the biggest deal in the world. 42-21, the victory in the Bahamas to end the season for Kennesaw State. Dunlap, 12 of 17, 70% for 278 and 3 touchdowns. 17 carries for 157 and a touchdown for Turpin. Dunlap had 7 for 39 and a touchdown on the ground as well. Receiving wise, Sash 141 with that huge touchdown. He had 2 big touchdown catches, it seems like, 74 long, and then he was the man. 4 for 92 and a touchdown for Deshaun Thomas as well. So both of these guys were really big in the passing game today. And defensively, we got Steph Green, the D tackle, with 9 total tackles, 2 for loss. Danelius Johnson in his final game at Kennesaw State, 8 tackles, 2 for loss as well. Then we had Washington Jr. with 6, Javon Williams with 5 tackles in his final game as a Kennesaw State Owl, and Hamilton with 5 as well. Tackles for loss, we saw Johnson and Green, Cook, Hannon, Westmoreland, and Hamilton also had tackles for loss. Steph Green had a day, 3 sacks as well on top of his 2 tackles for loss and team-leading 9 tackles. Scarver had 2, Westmoreland had 2 as well. He leaves our program as well with having a very, very good day. All right, well, we have some bad news. We had to get a new offensive coordinator. So Neil Leonard is our guy. Doesn't look like he has a whole lot going for him, but his elite recruiters thing is almost full. So I really wish he would have went one more for all these. That way we have a decrease in hours for offense, because we don't have a whole lot ourselves either. But that's kind of where we're at. And that's the only guy that was really jumping off the page at us because of the elite recruiter. He is a D- coach. He doesn't have a whole lot going for him, but we'll see how that progresses. Let's take a look at the movement that is going to be happening. You'll know here, and then we will get to it probably next episode. I'll show you all the changes in the new conferences and different things. Maybe at the end of this episode. I haven't decided yet. North Carolina, Cincinnati get promoted. Washington and Michigan State, they are the ones that are getting demoted unless Northwestern falls in that. UAB, UNLV, they get moved up. Navy and Wyoming are dropping from the American. Nebraska, Auburn get promoted. And Indiana is definitely going down. Minnesota might be going down, as well as Oklahoma State. We'll have to see what that looks like there. Oregon wins the Big Ten over Alabama. Number 1, Ohio State, who won the national championship, didn't even win the Big Ten. That is kind of crazy to think about. Down here, Louisville, Texas A&M get demoted from the Big Ten. Conference USA, us, gets to move up with Air Force. And we don't know exactly who gets to drop down, but the bottom 4 teams are Colorado State, James Madison, and Hawaii. Just looking at these, it's looking like 3 teams are going to drop down. So it's looking like Colorado State is going to be safe for right now, but we will see if that's the case. That one takes a little bit more time to just looking at it. Nevada over Army in the MAC championship. Tulsa and Western Michigan are the teams that get dropped. Well, we might have to look at these 3 as well. The MAC is kind of a disaster because of some of the rivalry games that need to be played in some of those teams. Arkansas State beats Charlotte. Sam Houston and Utah State get demoted. Cal over UTSA. So those two get to move up. Kansas and North Texas are dropping from the Pac-12. SEC, Kansas State over Florida. And who gets demoted? Oh, boy, a lot of 4 and 7 teams. So one of these 4, as well as Virginia Tech, get demoted from the SEC. Sun Belt, the final one, we got Stanford and Mississippi going up because they're in the Sun Belt Championship. And then Texas State, BYU, and Maryland. A Big Ten team is dropping fast through this. They are down in the Sun Belt. They were 7 and 6, though. I don't know how we're gonna do that. We'll figure it out. But those are the promotions and relegations. Like I said, you'll be able to see the full movement probably at the beginning of the next episode, as we still have the rest of the offseason to do in this episode. So more than likely next episode, we're going to go ahead and quickly look at stats. We have Dunlap with just over 3,500 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. Need to take care of the ball more. Not terrible, though, by any means. Turpin, 766 yards and 14 touchdowns. Dunlap had just under 506 touchdowns. Ashley, the move to fullback, the senior, got 6 touchdowns with just over 360 yards. Kramer, he was hurt a lot, man. He needs to be, he's going to be the lead back. But Turpin was absolutely sensational. Receiving-wise, Thomas, as a junior, had 17 touchdowns, just under 1,400 yards. Dobson, 7 touchdowns with just over 600. Sash came on late with just under 600 yards and 4 touchdowns as well. Defensively, we had Cook, Max Cook, a freshman, right outside linebacker. He was the leading tackler with 82. Javen Williams, as a senior, was second with 80. And then Redding with 74. Nobody else over 70. Tackles for loss, we had Steph Green as a junior with 18. Hannon with 16. Westmoreland with 15. Scarver with 11. And Cook with 10. Sacks, 10.5 for Westmoreland to lead the team. Green just behind him with 10. 7 for Scarver. 6.5 for Story and Hannon. Interceptions, Washington Jr., 5. Cook 3, was Williams with 3, and Paul with 3. The host with 2 with Johnson, Redding, Hamilton, and Rogers. 1 for Hargrove and Morneau. So, not a whole lot of turnovers, to be honest. Not a lot of crazy sacks, but we were able to win our conference, and that's all that we really needed to do, as UAB made the final. Oh, that's crazy. That's disgusting, actually. Hopping into players leaving. Denelius Johnson, middle linebacker, graduating. The highest player that is leaving Westmoreland at an 84. He was probably our best defensive player, especially at getting tackles in the backfield. Javen Williams, he was the best corner until we got Washington in here, but him and Washington were a problem. Butts, left tackle. Story, Hannon was around that we saw. Ashley's a big one. Bryson, who was our starting quarterback 2 years ago as a sophomore, he got moved to tight end and then to running back. So a lot of 80s, which is going to be a problem, but we got some young guys that we're excited to see produce and to continue to grow. No transfers, which is huge for me. Being able to retain people that you recruit is very, very important. Quick look at draft results. We don't have anyone, and we're not really shocked about that. We should be able to start producing some here very, very shortly. All right, National Signing Day is here. A lot of trying to finesse the offseason here. As you'll see, we lost a big one, and I'll get into that in a second. Actually, we'll go talk about the ones that we missed right away. Oscar Streeter, 93 throw power, 90 speed. His accuracies were already really solid. We lost to Oklahoma on the very last week. Alabama, or I'm pretty sure he was already committed to Clemson or Tennessee, one of those two, and he ended up decommitting, and then Alabama chased him hard in the regular season, and he was like within the top 3, right? But they rescinded his offer. So then we started putting in a boatload of points in there. Now, we would have landed him if I would have been able to give him more than 50 hours. However, if I would have put more hours in, I would not be a motivator anymore. So, with that being said, we ended up losing him to Oklahoma, which is not ideal. As you probably saw, he's a star development trait. We lost Heath Hanneman, right tackle, somebody that we really need on our O-line. He's only a normal dev as a 4-star, but he's a 4-star. So he'd start with like a 76, 77 overall, which would have been phenomenal. Impact for Koroma, right end that we lost to Auburn. Wide receiver, star development, physical guy. We didn't scout him, but 6'4", he's physical. We need tight ends, and he's a star development, which is disappointing. Normal for this 6'4", 211 guy. Another quarterback, field general. We lost him late in the process of transferring. We brought him on a visit. Didn't really like what he saw, I guess. He had 93 speed as a field general. We fumbled. This guy was a beast. I didn't even see that. Oh, I would have went all in for him. That is so disappointing. Impact for Wilcox, 94 speed hybrid. Really bummed to lose him. 95 strength left guard. Star development. Man, I need to get these off my board. Oh, we lost so many good players. We had him in our grasp. Oh, the Ressar kid is gonna haunt me, I think. 93 speed field general is insane work. I am absolute in agony right now. All right, halfback, 4-star. We get a star development for Moffitt. Wide receiver, deep threat, 4-star. We're in a position where 4-stars we don't really scout. We just offer. Normal development for him, not ideal. Elite dev. Only 86 speed for this pass coverage linebacker, but elite dev. Hopefully that speed can be worked on. Run stopper athlete with 89 speed. Only a normal dev. Impact for a physical athlete. Star for the 90 speed pass coverage at linebacker. Riggins, which is phenomenal. Impact for the 94 speed elusive back. Normal for another run stopper, 89 speed. Athlete for agile athlete with only 89 strength is a normal development. Normal for the center. Impact for this center. Wide receiver with 91 speed. Impact for him as well. He was a deep threat. Speed, a speed rusher with only 80 speed, normal development at right end, 91 speed for this physical receiver, 4-star, transfer, right end, normal, impact for the left tackle, which we stole, which is phenomenal, and then normal for the free safety. Man, we really put a lot of eggs in these baskets, and they did not deliver. Normal for D tackle, star for this halfback, 92 speed. He's probably going to become our fullback. Normal for the power rusher. Impact star for this hybrid. 94 strong safety. So helps losing out on the other guy. And then normal down the board here. Impact for this athlete, scrambler. These guys we just threw on the board because we need depth at QB. All right, let's look where our class ends. We get 26 players. Where are we? We're in Conference USA, 28th in the nation with 5 4-stars, 21 3-stars. So, man, some of those quarterbacks. Oklahoma up here in 10th. Where's Miami? They're below us, and they stole that guy. Oh, man, that quarterback, 93 speed field general is going to haunt me. Absolutely haunt me. All right. So we are here in the custom conferences. I'm going to go ahead and do that off screen. We did get through the upgrades. There wasn't anything like crazy. So we'll go over the roster and what that's going to look like next episode as well. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to click on the video. I know the off-season stuff's a lot of skipping through some stuff and a lot of talking. That's why I wanted to wait to see if we had a bowl game and different things like that in this episode. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and leave that comment on how we're going to do in the MAC. Are we going to continue to use the stepping ladder, or are we going to have a year where we kind of step back and hit a wall there in the MAC conference? I appreciate you taking the time to click on the video. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.